I asked ChatGPT, if you were the devil, how would you destroy the minds of the next generation? This is part 2. And the second thing that ChatGPT said was, I would encourage division and hatred. Strategy, I would foster division among people based on race, ideology, or beliefs, leading to conflict and animosity. You know, it's interesting to see just how much of this really is happening right now. I would create division among people based on race, lots of racial problems, more than I ever remember. I'm 72 years old, and I remember a lot of the difficulties people had so many years ago before civil rights came in. I remember that division. This one's much worse. White people hating black people hating white people, and everyone hating the Jews, it seems like. We've got so many people who hate other people, and not just their race, but their ideologies. If you don't match up with my ideology, I hate you. What kind of ideologies? Well, the trans ideologies, the homosexual ideologies, the ideologies that are political, whatever it might be. When you disagree with me, well, that's a problem. Beliefs is a big thing. The number one persecuted religion in the world right now is Christianity. Not a surprise. And all of this, they say, will lead to conflict and animosity. And it sure has. Turn with me to Galatians chapter 5 and verse 15. Galatians 5:15, it says, but if you bite and devour one another in partisan strife, in other words, you believe this, I believe this, and we just bite and devour each other because of that, watch out that you, along with your whole fellowship, are not consumed by one another. It's written to Christians, Church of Galatia. Well, why is this important? Because a whole church can do this. You know, we think, well, all of the problems, all the strife are outside of the church now. There's a whole lot of it inside. And it seems these days that the polarization that happens is mostly political, people disagreeing with their politics. But folks, more than being political, this is good versus evil. It's biblical versus non-biblical. All you have to do is look in the Bible, and then you find out what is true and what isn't. But it says, be careful that you're not consumed by each other. In other words, inward striving, inward strife. Watch out. Your whole fellowship can be consumed. That's where church splits begin to start. That's where dissension begins to start, a little bit of backbiting and gossip, all of those things, and pretty soon the whole structure begins to crumble. Why? The Bible didn't call us to strife. It called us to get along, to love each other unconditionally. Did it tell us to agree on every little thing? No, and you won't. You never will. But you agree to disagree. Why? Because you have the love of Jesus Christ within you. We're going to continue with number 3 tomorrow. Don't forget, you are blessed. Go and be a blessing.